All right, SpartsAcademy, home education, healthy living. This is part two of mission statement. I just covered basics and what our mission statement was more than 10 years ago. Trust me, it tweaked a little bit, right? How you start is not how you end. But what I'll be sharing in hopefully the next few weeks with those who are willing is that, you kind of want to wing it, but you really don't wing it. I did a lot of research when I was getting started. This may not make a lot of sense to you, but what this is just a bunch of resources that I came across or developed to help me be a better home educator. You're never perfect, but you know what? Once you figure out that the little pressure ones depend on you, you try better. You start to tweak it. All right. And so my goal is to share with you a bunch of things that we've done. I keep this binder over here. That's why I keep our home education evaluations. In the state of Florida, you're required to do home education eval at least once a year if you choose the progression. Okay, that's what we chose. And so I have to send a letter of intent to home educate. Mine is right over here. And when we do home education evaluation, I get this home education evaluation form um, certified by a certified teacher, basically in the state of Florida. All right. So instead of doing some kind of written test and all these things, they just kind of look at your kid and, hey, let me see how you're doing. All right. And one thing that I'll be focusing a lot is this is one of my early plans. I took a copy of this, and this was my schedule for the week when our boys were maybe, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 10 years old, somewhere in there. All right. I used to have one master plan, and I'm gonna post this on the website so you guys can take a look at it. And essentially, I had to map out what I want to accomplish, and I call it home our family home education success plan. Eventually, we went with individualized plans. If you kind of outgrew this and grew into individualized plan, um, but when you're starting out, you got to have some kind of schedule, you got to have some kind of calendar, you got to have structure. You as a parent are responsible for bringing structure to your home. So this was my beginning points, maybe after 2, 3 years, when I was doing all kind of crazy stuff, just didn't sleep, right? You just need to start somewhere. It was very challenging because you got a bunch of kids that want to learn, but they don't know how to learn. You don't know how to teach. You don't know what to teach and so on. And I kept improving, refining, improving, refining until I came up with this. I had a bunch of teachers who were taking pictures of this because it included a lot of important stuff. So subscribe to the channel so you know what your success plan should look like. SpartsAcademy, home education.